Megalodon. Megalodon, an extinct species of shark that dominated the depths up until 2 million years ago. Megalodon, literally meaning big tooth, is regarded as one of the largest and most powerful predators in vertebrate history. Scientists suggest that Megalodon was a stockier, meaner, enormous version of the modern great white shark. Fossil remains suggest that this great shark reached a maximum length of 52 to 70 feet. For those who can't picture such a size, here is the sea monster compared to one of the giants of the Jurassic world, the T-Rex. Megalodon could theoretically fit the head of the T-Rex into its mouth. In fact, it could swallow a human being with ease. A bulk so massive, the search for food never ends, and the Megalodon's food source was also supersized. Megalodon, like all sharks, travelled great distances, from shallow coasts to the depths of the deep. It preferred warmer waters to hunt and dominate, as nurseries for their young required warmer tropical waters to prevent their young from dying due to the low temperatures. It preyed upon cetaceans, i.e. dolphins, small whales, large whales, and pinnipeds. Megalodon was built to kill. Its colouring was ideal for an apex predator, darker on the top, so when the prey was looking down, it blends with the darkness of the sea depths, and white underneath for when the prey was looking up. Eyes rolled back strategically when launching an attack purely for protection. Row upon row of 7-inch teeth surrounded the gaping opening of the Megalodon's mouth, with replacements ready to be deployed. Tiny paws, called denticles, allowed the animal to taste through its skin. The Megalodon could size up its prey before even seeing it. It really was the king of the deep. Brygmophyseter. Brygmophyseter was likely among the apex predators of its time. With 44 teeth in its jaws, its front teeth were as long as those as a T-Rex. The whale emits sound waves that are reflected back when hitting a solid object. This sends coordinates to the sender and the receiver, meaning the advanced mammalian brain of the Brygmophyseter can detect signals from the pod members to synchronize pack attacks. These sonar signals were a blast of sound, similar in the range to a World War II submarine. The sonars were used to track fleeing prey, even in the depths of the darkness. They also used the sonar as a weapon. They narrowed the beam to stun, and in some cases, kill smaller prey. The Brygmophyseter would have lived in smaller groups called pods, presumably hunting in packs. Acting like a pack, the whales are like overgrown piranhas and tear their prey to pieces. Brygmophyseter, like the Megalodon, preyed upon pinnipeds and other cetaceans, becoming a formidable competitor to the Megalodon. It hunted by ramming its large head into the prey's body, forcing it deeper into the ocean. With a set of massive teeth and powerful jaws, the Brygmophyseter is not a lovable whale. The Ice Age. The Earth has been in a long-term cooling trend. Consequently, there were ice ages. An ice age is a period of long-term reduction in the temperature of the Earth's surface and atmosphere. During the Great Ice Age, over a third of the Earth was covered in ice. The resulting ice age cooled the ocean significantly, resulting in the presence or expansion of the continental ice sheets. Effects on Megalodon. Due to the Ice Age, the surviving cetaceans were those who inhabited the polar region. The cooling of the oceans during the Ice Age restricted the access of Megalodon to polar regions, depriving it of its main food source, the great whales. As a result, the food supply for Megalodon was no longer sufficient to sustain its existence worldwide. Megalodon was adapted to a specialized lifestyle, and this lifestyle was disturbed by the changing climate. Furthermore, these changes in climate restricted many of the suitable warm water nurseries for the Megalodon, hindering its reproduction. Nurseries were pivotal for the survival of a species. The resulting shortage of food and resources in the tropics during this ice age may have fueled cannibalism by Megalodon. Juveniles were at an increased risk from attacks by adults during this time of starvation. This reduction in food supply would ultimately lead to the extinction of the immense sea creature. Effects on Brygmophyseter. Fossil records indicate that these animals commonly occurred at high altitudes during this ice age, indicating that they could cope with the increasingly prevalent cold water temperatures. Therefore, as their prey thrived in the polar conditions, they too were able to thrive in the large numbers of prey, as Megalodon could not compete in the falling temperatures of the ice age. Therefore, interspecific competition fell between the Megalodon and the Brygmophyseter, lowering the numbers of Megalodon and raising the numbers of Brygmophyseters. Battle stats. With endless 7-inch teeth and a killer instinct, Megalodon could outcompete the slower Brygmophyseters in warm tropical waters. But as the ice age plunged the temperatures of the Earth's waters, the adaptations of the Brygmophyseter to high altitudes and ability to thrive in cooler water makes the better competitor. Nevertheless, both the Megalodon and the Brygmophyseter were two of the deadliest predators of the ocean.